We're here. It's San Francisco. It's time for the Winter Fancy Food Show. And I got to tell you something. This year, it is bigger and better than ever. Actually, here at Moscone Center, they expanded it. So we've got over 230,000 square foot of some of the best food ever. Also, if we take a look, we've got 1,400 exhibitors, and we're going to have over 25,000 retailers, buyers, brokers, manufacturers from all over the globe here. And basically, they come here to see what's next. That's what the Fancy Food Show is all about. Happens twice a year, now in the winter here in San Francisco, in the summer back in New York City. And it's really the showcase for the entire industry. I don't care if it's a restaurant, if it's a college and university, if it's a supermarket, if it's a gourmet store, if it's Amazon, if it's online. This is where all the tastemakers, all the buyers really come to find out what's next. And with us as our first guest is Denise Purcell. Denise and I have been doing this for a long time together. And basically, what Denise does is, besides being head of content for the magazine, for everything, she also even runs the Trendsetter panel. So Denise, you're going to give us a look at what are some of the hottest, newest trends on the show floor.
That's right. Happy to be here. So we have a trend spotter panel that we put together every year. It's retailers, it's buyers, it's industry watchers, people who can speak for their sector about what's new and what's hot. And they came out with what they think is going to be the hot trends heading into 2019.
Now, do you agree with them?
I agree with most of them.
Okay, okay.
And
because you live and breathe this.
Yeah, well, we see really what's
Right.
cutting edge and what's new, actually literally coming into the office.
Right.
But I think they did a good job, and everybody's got a different perspective depending on their sector and their
Sure.
category. But so we have that for 2019, and we keep an eye on it heading into the show right in the new year to see, is this on trend? Are they coming to fruition? What new trends are emerging at the show? And so we've got some that are kind of on the radar,
Yeah,
we're saying.
so let's go into some of them. I've got some in front of me. The one that certainly is attracting so much headlines and so much VC money is CBD, cannabis.
Yes.
Cannabis and hemp going through the roof.
Yes.
What are some of the products on the show floor that are CBD? I remember last year here, I think we had one product which was a cannabis infused coffee.
Yes, yes.
So I didn't even have a chance to walk around yet to see how they're doing. But what are some of the other cannabis and hemp products that you're seeing?
It's interesting. At this show, CBD kind of has yet to take off at the Fancy Food
Really?
Show. We had the coffee.
Yeah.
We have a lot of hemp products here,
Right.
and we're seeing more of those. Hemp milks, which is the alternative dairy, is another thing
Yep.
I'll touch on. So that we're definitely seeing. The CBD is early days, and it's a little bit tricky to navigate, I think, for some companies because it's not federally legal,
Right.
to sell. So that's just sort of taking off with us. We're seeing it a lot more in food service at this point, actually.
Interesting.
The coffees, the coffee bars serving it.
Yep.
Beer, with CBD.
Well, even if you look at what the big beer companies, Anheuser-Busch, and so on, they're investing
Yeah.
in cannabis companies.
Oh, yeah.
So they clearly see that we're going to see cannabis beer
Yeah.
and hemp beer.
I have no doubt we're going to see more and
Yeah.
more of it. That is absolutely a burgeoning category for sure. So it'll be interesting to see how it develops here.
And also, when you and I first started coming to the show, I don't know, it was years ago, we talked about global cuisine, global flavors,
Yeah.
and that was Italian and Spain
Yeah, that's right.
and Greek and so on. But now, when we look at global flavors and ethnic flavors, it's much more interesting.
It's unknown areas or lesser known areas. It's regional, especially. So right now we're seeing a lot of South Asian, Latin American, and really interestingly, regional African flavors. And I think at this show, that's going to be pretty prevalent. We know that we have some companies that are selling fonio, which is a grain, basically.
Okay.
It's like
Never heard of it.
like
Yeah.
a teff.
Okay.
Similar to teff.
Okay.
Selling sauces based on West African ingredients and recipes, some traditional ghee-like butters from Ethiopia. So that has been sort of on the radar as we head into the show, and we're expecting we'll uncover more as we walk the aisles.
So, you bring up something that just came to mind, and not to denigrate the category that I'm going to talk about, But I want to say 20, 25 years ago, when you walked up and down the aisles,
Yeah.
there were a lot of sauces.
Yeah.
I mean, sauce after sauce, whether it's hot sauce or this. And to the industry's credit, while I think we still have as many sauces, we have a lot more real foods and not sauces.
I see what you're saying.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the industry has certainly taken a lot of twists and turns. It used to be a lot of sauces, a lot of chocolates, and
Right.
certainly they're out there and
Yes.
they're great and they're
Yeah.
doing new and innovative things. And even if they're not doing particularly innovative things, they're doing classic, really high quality indulgences. But what I've seen is much more of a trend toward better for you products.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
and that's in mature categories as well, in snacks, in ice cream. That's another trend that we had on our list.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
a lot of new upstart ice creams.
Yeah.
And again, I remember when Ben and Jerry's first came out. Oh my God. you know,
Yeah.
and now we're seeing these small boutique ice creams that are great. I'm also seeing a lot more products about brain health.
Yes, yes.
You know, omega-3s and DHAs. I'm seeing a lot of products that help you sleep better.
Yeah.
So we have both sides of it.
Yeah,
you know,
the
where-
indulgence and the...
Well, but not only indulgence, but products to give you energy, and then
Oh,
products
yeah.
to make you go to sleep.
It's
well,
true.
maybe you know, combine them so we don't have to deal with picking me up and then
and then,
getting me
dropping
getting
me
go to
down.
sleep.
That's an interesting point.
You
Yeah,
know?
but you're right. The brain health that's sort of, I'd call it an emerging trend for us,
Yeah.
because we're still seeing a lot going on with the whole gut health thing, which I know
Yeah.
is a couple of years ago,
Yep.
but more started with kombucha, I'd say, in the functional drinks.
Mm-hmm.
More pre and probiotic laced, not only beverages but snacks. We have an olive with probiotic cultures.
Yeah.
We've got chocolates. We've got crackers. We've got all kinds of
Everything.
things.
So, I don't know if you've had an occasion to visit Green Zebra up in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
But so Lisa Sedler is the CEO. She started it. They're now up to 4 stores and so on. Her number one product, kombucha.
I believe it.
And she has like a kombucha fountain
Like a
and
bar,
bar
right?
and
Yeah,
stuff
and
like
that is
So-
becoming a feature in a
Yeah,
lot of
it
stores.
is. It
Absolutely.
is.
There's alcoholic kombucha is
Yes.
becoming popular now as well. So that's not going anywhere. It's just continuing to grow with different types of functional beverages that are good for overall health, gut health, things like that.
And I also think that the interesting thing is that consumers are becoming more sophisticated,
Yeah.
not only with their palates, but also the understanding. And a lot of that has to do with
Yeah.
the internet. A lot of it has to do with the kind of education, that they get here, that Ron Tanner was doing yesterday. We're
Yeah.
going to talk to him a little bit about that. But, it's different. I think that 10 years ago, or maybe 15 years ago, coming up with a product that was called kombucha
Yeah.
would die.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
people wouldn't take the time or didn't have access to find out what it is and so on. They were just like, look at that strange word, and why am I doing that? And I think that, to SFA's credit, when you really think about when you and I first started coming to the
Yeah.
show and so on, SFA has really done a yeoman's job of educating the retail sector to all these products, helping manufacturers realize their dreams. You have a lot of little companies here
Yeah.
that have become multimillionaires because of exhibiting at this show.
That's true. Yeah, this is where a lot of people got their start. And we see an influx of new companies all the time.
Yep.
Startups with some new idea, a lot of it based in the better for you area that we were just talking about. And what you're saying about the consumer is absolutely true. They're more aware of what they're putting in their bodies, and a
Absolutely.
better understanding of it. And I think that's where it ties with the whole better for you trend too, that they want to make everything they eat count.
Yes.
Yes. And so even if it's an ice cream,
Yep.
they're looking for protein added, lower calorie,
Yep.
things like that. And so we're seeing that across the board, and we're seeing it especially from a lot of the new upstarts that are coming in.
So you're going to be with us every day.
Yes, I'll be doing a trend report.
Great. So SFA News right here every single day for the next 3 days. We're going to kick off every day with Denise telling us what's hot, what's not. I want you to find. I know I put you in a
Something
weird
that's
position.
not, yeah.
I want you to find a couple products that you look at and you go, and you can blame me because you'll get in trouble, but you can blame me. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get into some of the most fascinating aspects of what SFA does. It's all about education, it's all about innovation, and it's all about the future of food.